Hey everyone, Sartorius here again with update from April 2024. Um, so currently my goal, I guess, is I'm trying to get to like $400 saved up here, and what I want to try to do is maybe start to cash out like 100 a week. I mean, I'll probably only be able to do it a few times just because I definitely don't make 100 a week. I mean, I'm getting, as I've probably said a few times before, I'm only getting about you know, like five something a day boosted. So I mean, it's still pretty cool. Like if I feel like it, technically, I could cash out once a day, every day at least. So that's nice. But and the reason I'm trying to do this though is just because I'm working towards certain goals, I guess, in like my uh savings accounts and stuff, so that I can work towards um dividing it up into different things like Landa, and especially one other thing I'm really working on right now is like my money market savings account. So that's just for those of you who don't know, basically a money market savings account is like it's much like your savings account, except at least where the credit union I'm with, it's the more like the more money you have saved up, the the higher the um interest rate that they give you every month. So yeah, and then yeah, I mean I could then start using that to so as far as like the rest of my debt goes, then kind of my plan is um I get a certain amount of money saved up, which I don't know, kind of I've always liked math, and I um something about powers at two. I don't know, maybe just because computers work in binary, but basically I'm trying to have specific amounts of money where they're like powers of two, and then I'll start tackling some of my debt, and as I take care of one of the loans I have, I can double the amount I have, and part of what I'm trying to do here is one thing that I hated with the student loans I had, at least this last when I worked toward my master's, what sucked is I was just I would save up like $5,000 at work, and then I would just blow all of it on one of my student loans, and I hate that, and I hated that because sure, it helped me pay off my student debt sooner, but what sucked about that was in the end, I uh, I was basically broke. Like I didn't have any debt, but I didn't have any money either, and like it sucked. It's like once I'd started my new job like um a few months earlier, and like it was like great. Now I have to work and try to save up my paychecks all over again. So with what I'm doing now, it's like the goal is to, by the time I'm out of debt, I'll have money saved up. That's kind of the goal. And additionally though, I'm wanting to start really focusing more on like Landa, just cuz the more property shares I get there, the more money Landa will give me. Just cuz yeah, the sooner I get things like Landa going and stuff, the sooner I can start focusing more on on like certain YouTube content and stuff. Like I don't just want to do this. I want to give back to others in need. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really liking. I really like that I'm getting $5 a day again. Man, I miss that so much. It's like um sometimes I kind of wish I hadn't deleted my account just because it's like. But then again, actually, I just remembered something. I don't know how often a lot of you guys look at the leaderboard, but um, y'all remember probably the worst spoofer in the history of Atlas Earth. Check it out, guys. He's gone. For those of you who didn't know, sometime in the last like 2 or 3 days, um, they banned BoostingWzrd. Now, I just kind of asked Atlas support team. I with in trying to be, not what's it called? I guess I try to be like professional here. I told them, that they didn't have to give me specific details because like that's more about that should be more something that like they they discuss with BoostingWzrd. So like I mean, I don't know, maybe they'll publicly announce it in a few days. Sort of like what happened with Mike Trask, for those of you who remember. Like I think within like 3 days of his ban, they'd made a public announcement stating that they banned his account. So they might make one here, I don't know. But I think if they choose to do that, that's Atlas Reality's deal, But otherwise, I just asked them, if they don't mind, did he delete his account or was he banned? Well, they said he was banned. And again, since I don't know very many details, I don't know if they banned him because he started cheating again and they caught him, or the only other thing I could sort of speculate right now is perhaps as a guy I've talked to that plays Atlas Earth before said I think it's all speculation from him too that he mentioned a long time ago, but like the one of the worst things that BoostingWzrd done possibly was that he spoofed. Well, as some of you know, like if you checked what he had control over, he'd spoofed through like all of the U.S. territories, and the speculation was that he actually purchased like literally all of the available parcels in those areas. Meaning, if somebody lived in like Guam or American Samoa and found out about Atlas Earth, well, it's like they couldn't really play unless they spoofed because traveled because BoostingWzrd had bought up their entire region. So it's like they either would have to spoof outside of where they live or travel because they couldn't buy parcels locally. So now they finally have a chance. And that's why I'm guessing maybe enough of those players like complained, and Atlas Reality looked into that and realized, yeah, I guess he really did go too far and banned him. Or again, maybe he was secretly still cheating somehow, and he was able to get away with it long enough, but they finally caught him and banned him. Either way, he's gone. So I guess for those of you who wanted him banned, there he goes. Unlike with what happened with Rainbow Ultra, we still don't really have very many details. I don't know if he's going to get an AB refund, because as per one of their policy updates, for those of you who don't know, I believe if you discover an exploit for this game and abuse it, if they catch you, they'll ban your account. But if you're willing to tell them how you were able to sneak past all of their anti-cheating methods, if you tell them how you did it so they could patch the game and prevent such abuse from other players, then they'll give you another shot by and refund you any ABs that you paid. Now, I mean, on Reddit, there were some players that felt like, well, then he wasn't really punished, like, Rainbow Ultra, because, well, they just recorded his account when the reason they got rid of him was because he cheated. But, like, I mean, I guess because every other game, generally, if you get banned, you don't get a refund, they felt like that should apply here, too. And, I mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess for me, since I know what it feels like to lose all, everything I'd worked so hard for, that's probably why I feel like, I think how Atlas Reality handled it is fair. And, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, guys, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is their game. If they feel like giving him a refund was fair, then why were so many people complaining about it? So, I mean, don't go and attack me in the comments about it anymore, but I'm just saying. Anyway, back to BoostingWzrd. I don't know yet if they're going to, if they're going to give him another chance and, like, recredit his account, because as far as their policy goes, it would have to mean that he'd figured out another exploit that he'd been using for a while, and if he's willing to tell them about it, then they'll recredit his account, like how it worked. Otherwise, I mean, I guess he's free to create a new account and start all over, but he'll likely have to just go free to play, or just start spending money again if he wants to get back to where he was. And again, that's assuming that he plans on playing anymore. Either way, I mean, again, just based on what I went through, I sort of feel sorry for him. But at the same time, I mean, and this is again one of the reasons why I couldn't understand why some players were just mad about any spoofing. I mean, when I with my initial account, like, there were players that were telling me, I don't care if you spoof like 5 centimeters away from your actual location. That's cheating, it's wrong, and you shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's like, well, we have to really look at what the major problem here is. It's like, because as far as I know, pretty much everybody who hated spoofing, again, it was because, if I spoof all over the place and start taking control of cities and states, it's not fair to other players who live in those areas and are moving around physically to make progress in the game. But if you're spoofing around locally like I used to do, if you only spoofed to locations that you were regularly at, and you only got a few parcels, I think a lot of players probably thought I was lying when I said that I had only spoofed for a few parcels. I'm willing to bet some people thought every freaking parcel I had I obtained through spoofing, and it's just like, I mean, maybe I didn't have any way to prove it, but I know that I didn't spoof for every parcel. See, when I deleted my account, I had like 14,938 parcels. I still remember, because, I mean, I took screenshots and everything, before I deleted it, just in case maybe Atlas Reality was willing to help me out with something. So, I mean, I had a record of my old account, at least, on sort of what it had and stuff. And so I could tell you that, let's see, out of 14,938 parcels, let's say that 2,000 of them I'd obtained through spoofing. Now, 2,000 is a lot of parcels, but out of 14,938, that's really not a lot. And it wasn't like I was spoofing for 100 parcels a day. Again, it's like I would walk around my neighborhood, and it was sunny as hell, so I had to max out the brightness on my phone. And so if my phone was at 60% battery, I could only play for 20 minutes because GPS plus max brightness, would quickly kill the battery. And so it's like, crap, now I have to go home. Yes, I could have used a portable charger, but the thing is, I was kind of worried that, my phone would overheat, because it's with how hot it was and having it consume all the resources it was consuming for the battery, for the GPS, plus, and having it plugged into a power bank, I mean, all of that energy processing is it's going to take a toll, right? And so I didn't really want my phone overheating all the dang time. And for the average player, I guess this isn't really a big deal. For most people who, are just free to play, you guys maybe, I mean, I know everyone plays differently. Some players probably wait until, if you're doing the thing where you just go through tiers, you wait till you get 150, you focus on getting your first 150 parcels, then you wait and grind ads until you can get to 220 and so on and so forth. So if that's what some of you are doing, well, it's not really a big deal, because you weren't out getting parcels like I was. But for me, it's if I wanted to get, another 100 something parcels, well, I'm going to be outside for a while. My phone's going to die pretty quickly. It's going to overheat fast if it's in a power bank. If it's hooked up to a power bank, well, yeah. So what I would do is it's like, oh crap, my phone's dying. So it's like I would go home and I'd let it cool off for a bit, and once it cooled off, I would start charging it again. And I'd spoof to sort of nearby to get the last 8 or 10 parcels I wanted for that day. But seriously, like for the most part, I would do my best to get everything legitimately. So I mean, and that's the difference between what I did and I mean, I'm guessing in general most spoofers, like most former spoofers, sorry, could say that's sort of what they did. But BoostingWzrd, I mean, this guy, at first he seemed harmless. Like, his original name, from what I remember, was Towley. And, for a while he was in like somewhere between 10th and 15th place on the leaderboard before he decided, hey, why don't I just grab whatever I can? So it goes and spoofs off to like beyond California. I mean, this guy had even bought like 24 or 48 parcels here in Utah. And, he went and just grabbed all the territories before anyone else could. I mean, it's like, if he'd done it legitimately, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a big deal, right? Like, look at Stealth. As unfair as it seems that this guy has all the states that he has and that he's president and that he got to be president the way that he did, I mean, it's all legit gameplay. We saw it with Rainbow. Rainbow was caught cheating and was banned. So that means if Stealth cheated his way to the top, he likely would have been caught by now and would be gone. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually proud of you guys. If y'all know about BoostingWzrd band and haven't really been talking about, I haven't seen very much talk about it in like the Discord and Facebook groups. And the reason I say I'm proud is because I just feel like I guess not necessarily you guys, but just in general, everyone who like would blatantly blast anyone who cheat and stuff before. I mean, it's just like, on one hand, again, I can understand the frustration, like, to a degree, because I mean, I guess before Atlas Earth, like every other game I played before, like no one really cared about cheating, at least not that I know of. And I always thought, well, I mean, I guess if you cheat in a game, maybe you're ruining your own fun. But like, that's about it. And I've always kind of felt like if I ever really work on any games, like if players are cheating, I guess as long as it's not ruining anyone else's experience, that's like I really won't care. I mean, it's like, well, if you're having fun cheating, well, good for you, I guess. But if it gets to the point where it really is affecting other players, then I would do something about it. So like, in short, if and I know some of you guys might not agree with this, but like, if I was like Sami Khan or Bo Button, like and like I had a very high position in Atlas reality, and was presented with this case where a lot of players were spoofing. The way I would have handled it is, to begin with, I would have just added a report abuse button to the game. And like that way, players could start reporting people that they suspect of cheating. And I believe in the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. So what I mean is, let's say that I would get like 100 reports that someone was cheating. Well, it's like, I'm going to give the suspect the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to review his or her account, as if they've done nothing wrong. And if I feel like they've gone too far, then I would warn them or ban them, if things don't change. So by that I mean, like, in short, I would allow spoofing up to a point. My policy on spoofing would be, okay, you can spoof a bit if, like, if it's just, and if for whatever reason, you couldn't get like 3 parcels in the middle, you were like a passenger, like you took a Uber or Lyft or a bus. For whatever reason, the game dies in the middle of your trip. Well, now you couldn't buy those 3 parcels you wanted. It's like if you couldn't buy them, well, that's not fair. So for things like that, I don't think it'd be a big deal. Where I would draw the line is, it's like, okay, if I get like 50 plus reports that you visited like 5 or 10 different states, or more, in like a few hours, it's like, no, that's where I'd draw the line. Because like there's a difference between buying like 5 parcels you really wanted that now someone else has a chance to get because of no spoofing, versus you're gonna go take control of like 5 different states or territories or whatever because you just felt like doing that. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. But yeah, also just like, this is a game, guys. It's meant, let's try to have fun with it. As frustrating as it might be that maybe there are still players out there cheating, like, I feel like with BoostingWzrd's ban, that's like at least 3 bans that we know of that have happened. Like, so, plus all the other bans from people with alt accounts and stuff. So maybe they didn't ban certain players like as soon as you guys would have wanted to. If they would have done it sooner, I probably would have been banned. But it is what it is. And like at the end of the day, I don't know what your goals are with this game, but we all get something. Whether you make like 80 cents a day or $3 or $5 like me, we're all getting something. And so Let's just be happy about that. And let's just try to. I mean, because I feel like every moment that you guys are pissed because someone's still cheating, it's like that's ruining your chance to enjoy the game. Like, let's let Atlas Reality deal with that. They're the ones maintaining, developing the game. At the end of the day, it's their job to care about it, not ours. Like, in the sense that we shouldn't really make a big fuss about it. And they've already said, you can report players you feel are cheating. So I guess just that's sort of their report abuse button thing that you can just, Oh, and also I did see an announcement the other day on Discord, for those of you who don't know, that like they they'd like us to stop emailing their support team and to try to use the support chat from within the game itself as much as possible. Or I think they said they're also okay with us using the form that's linked on their website somewhere. There's like a support link, or no, it's like a help page, I mean, on their website that you could use to also message them. So I think those two methods are probably what they're wanting us to use. So it's probably, in fact, I feel like they should probably just like remove their support email if they don't want us using that anymore. Or at the very least, just like set up an automated responder on their email, on that like support email, so that if any of us email them any more questions or concerns, it'll just send us an email with links to, what they want us to use instead. But yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress. And I'm just glad I get to get the $5 a day thing. God, I missed that so much. But yeah. Someday soon, hopefully, I will be out of debt. And by then, I hope I'm doing things in a smart enough way that I'll actually have quite a bit of money saved up and invested elsewhere by the time I get out of debt, so that, yeah. But that's it for now, guys. Have a good night. Take care, and please, for the love of God, just try to calm down. Like, it's a game. I can understand frustrations about cheating, but just for those of you who've really gotten upset before, just take a chill pill, please. Thank you, guys. Talk to you later. Bye bye.